Hi, everybody. This is Pavle from Belgrade's support team, and welcome to another episode of Support Training. This week, we're going to talk about AlliancePay. We're going to cover some basics of the AlliancePay in order to, provide more clarity on the issue and on the subject, and to make sure that everybody's on the same page on the, opening steps of the AlliancePay as a service. And let's jump right into it. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so we can go to a mini presentation. I kind of compiled for this one, and I hope this will make the whole thing a bit easier to follow. Okay, so what is DasPay anyway? What is AlliancePay? AlliancePay is a predecessor to DasPay. We can think about AlliancePay as the product that will eventually evolve into DasPay. And the AlliancePay is a payment solution we created for worldwide usage. The payment solution that basically uses your DAS wallet as the source of funding. For you to be able to use AlliancePay, you will need the active DAS wallet, a validator set up, and the KYC verification done. We're going to talk about the KYC for AlliancePay because it appears that there is a bit of confusion, relative to the NetLeaders and DAS wallets KYC verification on one hand, and on the other hand, what is needed for the AlliancePay. It is actually the very same process, but bear with me, and I will cover that one as well. Another very important thing to mention is that we are releasing AlliancePay availability in small batches. So everybody knows that there is an initial 500 users who will receive their virtual AlliancePay cards, which will enable them to actually use AlliancePay. However, those 500 are set in smaller batches of around 50 people, and every couple of weeks, new 50 people will be invited to try out the AlliancePay. Now, why do we do it this way? The reason is that we're developing something that practically does not exist in a way it should exist, the way we feel it should be done. And when you do something for the first time, you want to do it right. You want to set the bar high, and you want to make sure that your users and your clients receive the service in a way it was never done before, however, to do it in a high quality way as well. And that is why we need to do it carefully. We need to take time with it. We absolutely understand that our field, that the demand for AlliancePay is high in our field, and everybody sees AlliancePay alongside with DAS33 as two most probably strongest sales pitches out there. And we're quite aware of that. But on the other hand, as I said, it's very important to make it work, so we can think about it as a testing phase at this point. So that is the reason why the small batches are being done in the way they are. Okay, so how to register? Your registration is being done through your DAS wallet. So everybody who gets the invitation and gets the opportunity to test out the AlliancePay in this initial phase will see the option on your DAS wallet account. When where you got your AlliancePay tab on your DAS wallet, you will see the option is actually opened, and you will be able to start the registration process for the AlliancePay. I'm not going to cover the AlliancePay registration right now. We're going to do a separate video in several weeks, actually in a couple of months when the AlliancePay gets, more available. So, at this point, it doesn't make really much sense to go through step-by-step registration because, the availability is not that high. But let's say that the registration is being done through your DAS wallet. Everybody who's still didn't receive the invitation knows that you can see from the mentioned tab of the AlliancePay on your DAS wallet account, you can actually see the full tutorial on how to register. However, what's important at this point to know is that your active DAS wallet with the activated validator is needed, and from there you can start your registration process. Now, there is a bit of confusion when it comes to KYC for AlliancePay, so allow me to explain the flow of it. As you know, we do our KYC process for NetLeaders and DAS wallet accounts. And what we do is that we collect the information of the DAS wallet users who should be enabled for AlliancePay, and then we send those documents to the card issuing company, who does another check. And in some cases, now it's important to mention not all cases, but in some cases, card issuers will request certain documentation to be uploaded additionally. That documentation is, in the vast majority of cases, linked to the street address document. So, the length of validity of the document is such, or maybe its nature. We're going to cover that in a couple of slides, so it will make more sense then. Okay, so yeah, exactly as the slide says. So the card issuer essentially checks data and sends a virtual card. Now, once you're good to go, you will receive the email address containing, the email message, the email message that's containing your virtual card's data, such as the card's number, of course, and the card PIN. As mentioned, let's go. I'm going to pause on this slide a bit just to let everybody see how it works. So what are the documents the card issuers are requesting? So you can use any kind of a street address document you're using usually for a DAS wallet registration with us, but these work as well, hence this slide. So it's okay to have a foreign bank credit card or bank statement, which is, as you can see, dated within the last 3 months and not printed from the internet. And which means when they say not printed from the internet, this means you do a screenshot of your bank statement. So your physical bank statement to a screenshot, for example. As you can see, second from the end, second option, down there says TV license letter or direct debit schedule. This is specific for UK market. So people from UK, they can also send, their TV license letter. Okay, we may proceed now. So question is, probably the question that most of people would like to know is, what can I actually do with it? What can I do with my AlliancePay card? The AlliancePay virtual and later on physical card, I'm going to mention that later on, are made to be used for online purchases and e-commerce, so for any kind of an internet purchase. Also, in order to do so, you need to transfer the funds from your DAS wallet to your AlliancePay account, which is literally a procedure of 2 clicks. So as I said, when we do that instructional video in a couple of months, everything is going to be much clearer. But the idea is to first send your DAS coin from your DAS wallet to your active AlliancePay card or your AlliancePay account, and then spend that DAS coin in these transactions. Of course, vice versa is also possible. So you can just do the withdrawal. You can still return your remaining DAS coin from your AlliancePay account back to your hot wallet on your DAS wallet. That's, of course, also possible. We did a lot of testing. We listened to the feedback from people who started using the card, and the initial results are really encouraging. They're really cool. A lot of people use that. Now I need to apologize for this slide, but the ATM point, it doesn't refer to the testing phase. It's actually ATMs will be available for usage once the physical cards arrive. More on that in a minute. So we got the feedback that people were successfully purchasing things from Amazon, from Steam Games, from Blizzard Entertainment. So anybody who's into gaming can easily use their AlliancePay card to, purchase video games or game add-ons or whatever. Some people successfully used it on Alipay, so you can actually, order physical goods, which is also great. And then we got the feedback from various food delivery restaurants, actually mobile phone services. What's the point? The point is that AlliancePay card, with certain limitations we're going to cover on the next slide, can be actually used as any other card which is linked to your fiat account, and it's available for online purchasing. That's the magic of it. It's not, let's say it doesn't have any kind of a less usage value, if you will. So there are certain limitations, and again, we're going to stop at this slide a bit just for everybody to see. But as you can see, it all comes to, you know, things like wire transfer, money orders, or travel agencies, drug use, of course, drug stores, timeshares, dating and escort services, betting, lottery tickets, and stuff like that. The reasons are of a legal nature. So at this point, this list of services being bought online are unavailable to AlliancePay. More on that you can find out on the AlliancePay website, which I'm going to show later on as well. Okay, so let's clear some things out. A virtual card is absolutely free, while the physical card will be charged most probably for 10 euros. You could, guys, it's important to know that we should think about the AlliancePay card pretty much the same as the standard credit or debit card, you know, so all those rules and things practically apply here as well. So for example, card is valid for 2 years, then you just apply for a replacement card. Yes, you can report your stolen card or your lost card. If you lose your physical card, we'll just, charge the value of the replacement, for example, or of course, virtual card can be technically lost. I mean, can be, of course, both lost and stolen, and that can be, we have a remedy for that as well. Also, it's important to note that currently, again, this is only currently, maximum order value is 50 euros per day, while the minimum order value currently is that 10 DAS coin per purchase. It's again, services like PIN retrieval, monthly account management, and balance inquiries, are absolutely free. So at any point you can contact your AlliancePay support team, the links to follow, and ask for your balance inquiry or your PIN retrieval. So we got processes and procedures in place for that, and we're absolutely ready for any kind of an inquiry our users may have. To wider audiences, AlliancePay will be available somewhere in the first quarter of 2019, and you can see that on the roadmap, which is now available on both AlliancePay website and your back office on your NetLeaders website. So rollout to that will happen then, and then we will of course do a much more videos of this type. We're gonna make sure to educate everybody about what can they do with their AlliancePay cards. And now, of course, a contact. Oh, by the way, just to mention, physical cards for people who receive their virtual cards, physical cards will follow very soon. We're talking about somewhere about 5 to 8 weeks from this point, because the card issuer is working on that. And then, of course, everybody will be informed about the process of, purchasing the physical card, sending, the shipping, the whole 9 yards, of course. If you wish to know more, or if you're experiencing any kind of an issue, or if you wish to leave a feedback of any kind of a sort, please do email us at info@alliancepay.io, and of course at support@alliancepay.io. I am currently engaged as head of customer support team here in Belgrade. Belgrade office consists of NetLeaders and DAS Wallet support teams, and of course the AlliancePay support team. So we are working together very closely, but it's very important to mention that the guys who work the AlliancePay support are a dedicated AlliancePay support team. They are trained in it, and they're highly skilled, and they're great to work with. And I absolutely encourage everybody to contact us if they wish to, express an opinion, or maybe they want to know more. Meanwhile, again, you can, contact www.alliancepay.io as the official website of the AlliancePay service, where you can see the FAQ area, all the different interesting sections. And I would like to thank everybody for their time today in watching this video. If you wish to know more, by all means, please do not hesitate to contact us, and I will see you next week. Thank you, and peace out.